What is up, everybody? This is my Flash Season 7 Episode 13 review. The episode is entitled Masquerade. And first of all, we've had these awful episodes. I think Episode 11 is the worst definitive episode of The Flash, and I hate it. I have a review of it. It will be in the playlist link below. But this episode I really enjoyed. I thought it was like a 9 out of 10. It's a Cecile episode. And Cecile, let's face it, isn't that great of a character, but they made this episode so enjoyable out of that character. But anyway, I'm sorry for not introducing myself. Hi, I'm Jack. I'm your host for today. If you would be intrigued to subscribe, we're on our way to 200 subscribers, and it would truly help if you subscribe. But anyway, I'm rambling, so let's roll that intro. This episode starts off with Joe and Cecile talking, and this obviously isn't the real Cecile at this point. I feel like this episode we have more to do with Cecile going on soon, but I'm really intrigued to see what's going on. But anyway, Cecile tells Joe that she has more stuff. I'm gonna call the Psycho Pirate version of Cecile, just for simplicity's sake, and Cecile has more information on Kristen Kramer, where this dude that she is working a case for, who's now a meta, worked with Kristen Kramer on the thing that she told Joe about. I'm not doing a great job. I'm sorry. It's 1:25 and I'm just waiting for Loki to come out. But we have this cool transition through Cecile's eye, and presumably through her mind, it reminds me of something that we saw in the Snyder Cut, going through Cyborg's eye into his head. But here we are at a psychotic facility or whatever. I don't remember the name. That is not the right name, I'm 100% sure, for a clinic or whatever. But Cecile is honestly is kind of quite terrifying. She's locked in the white room, and man, I would be terrified to be in there. I don't know why, but I'm not welcome there. Well, I am. I'm not crazy, by the way. Anyway, let's get to the photos. Chester and Caitlin talk because Caitlin came in and Chester changed the whole Cisco's lab up and repainted it, and there's posters everywhere, and there's an awesome sound system, and Chester's dancing, trying to make Caitlin dance, but everything goes wrong, and it all short circuits and everything, and yeah. So Chester has to go into the archives to grab some stuff, and man, this is season 7 of The Flash for you. Eric Wallace, right there, decided to do this. Well, anyway, he finds something on the floor, and when I was watching this, I couldn't remember what that was. It's how they got DeVoe back as Ralph. It was the thing that was trying to kill DeVoe, and Ralph kept it in his suit, and it was pretty cool. But anyway, before he can look into it, Barry just rushes in real quick, and Iris pops up with her hair all messed up, and Barry is patting himself down, and they're all patting himself down like, yeah, we're just normal. Iris has a thinker cap, which I saw a comment on someone's video, like, is Barry doing something wrong? Why does Iris have a thinker cap or whatever? And Barry plays it off, but Chester's like, I know what's going on here. And man, if I'm just gonna say it. If you told someone from season 1 during the Thawne arc that in season 7 a new character named Chester would find Iris and Barry having sex in the archives, they would not take you seriously, full-heartedly. But Iris goes, well, I gotta go somewhere, and Barry is like, hey man, I'm sorry. Like, I don't think the archives would be the most sanitary place. I mean, Chester probably cleaned it. when he reorganized, and Chester's weirded out. I don't know. It's just so awkward. And anyway, Barry's like, yeah, ever since the Force thing happened, me and Iris have been trying, which means that thing where he went Impulse didn't go the first try. I was so looking forward to the scene where Bart goes, "Hey Mom, how did I get my name, Impulse, my superhero name?" And Iris had to explain that when we were about to conceive you, your father said, "I love that impulse." But anyway, Chester says, like, Cisco did not warn me about this, which I actually laughed at that. But Barry is, he is looking over some case details for Cecile, because obviously it's not Cecile, so she doesn't know how to do her job. But, yeah, Barry starts talking to Cecile, and he's like, you've kind of already done this before, with someone else you did a couple years ago, and obviously Barry has seen that something's wrong, so Cecile comes up to him and is like, "Hey, what's going on?" Because Barry has started feeling numb. He says he falls over and everything. Well, he doesn't fall over, but he drops stuff, and Cecile's like, "Yeah, I'm not Cecile. Yeah, you're screwed now. Be knocked out, Barry Allen," or something like that. Be knocked out. That is not English, is it? But anyway, Barry wakes up in Cecile's cell because apparently it's like that one throughout the past 3 seasons. I don't know if they did in season 4. I can't remember. But they always have Barry go into somebody's mind. It was Nora, Broad, and now it's Cecile, and it's just become a regular thing. Like, they don't have something to prevent this by now. But timeline-wise, I think he would have only gone to Grodd's head like 2 months ago. But anyways, in the present, they have Cecile try to get to fix Barry's head, and Chester is watching on, and Cecile's like, "Hey," or Cecile doesn't want to do it at first, but because it's not Cecile, and Cecile goes like, "Hey, I see something, maybe it's all bright light, and I see gold, a gold mask." Yeah, I really got into that. I'm so sorry, but yeah, it's just kind of Chester realizes what's going on very quickly and grabs the book. Who's Who Cisco Digital. When this show ends, they gotta sell something like that. I buy it. I don't care if it's like $200. I buy it. But he pulls out the card that says Psycho Pirate, and Caitlin gives an information bomb about, she name shop Arkham Asylum, which it's nice having references to Batwoman, even though that really isn't a reference to Batwoman, it's a reference to Elseworld, but still, it's nice acknowledging other parts of the Arrowverse when it's not Diggle. But yeah, I did a review on when Diggle appeared on Batwoman this weekend. You can watch that. It's in the description already, because anyway, I'm rambling. Iris goes on the phone, and it says that Thomas Hayden, who is Psycho Pirate's real name, or in this universe is, and he got the mask taken away from him, and now it's in the Central City Museum going on, not trial, but display the next day. So Chester brings up all these previous things about it, and talks about it, and he tells them what happens when you put on the mask, and it's like, they called them what would now be called metahumans, like mind metahumans or whatever, so, yeah. But he kind of talks to Team Flash, and they don't know what to do. Chester's kind of like, we can't just go in and steal it from the museum. Boy, you're part of Team Flash, you probably know that you can't. Anyway, Cecile, I'm sorry, I took a break, I had to go do something. I didn't have to go do something, I just took a break, I'm sorry. Cecile says, "Why don't we?" And Cisco's like, "Of course, that's a genius plan, let me go call somebody." Or, I don't think he says that, but, I don't know. In Cecile's head, Barry and Cecile talk. I don't remember what they talk about, but that's basically all that these two photos are. Yep. Boom. Cecile and Chester, yeah, we're just gonna act like that never happened. Cecile and Chester talk, and, throughout this talk, they, ooh. I dropped my phone, I'm sorry. But, yeah, I dropped my phone and landed on a book, so that's what the loud noise was. Sue Dearborn comes in, and that's who, Chester called, and, I don't know, it was kind of nice having Sue in this episode. It was just, she was a welcomed addition, even though she should have been with Ralph, but then Sue talks, and she explains the plan and how they're gonna have to get in and sneak around, and how the vault is super heavily guarded, and it's just a whole mess because the guard is the only one who knows the code, so something will have to happen. And Chester goes, "Hey Cecile, why don't you use your powers on the guard to like mind manipulate him?" And of course, since it's not Cecile, she goes like, "Hey, I don't know if I can do that," or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I like this episode so much. It's just I thought it was really amazing. I thought the 2 episodes of Superman Lois and this one today were really good. Also, Superman Lois, that if nothing happens in my life or I don't sleep past my alarm, the reviews should be out at 3 for Superman Lois, by the way. But yeah, I don't know why I have this many clips, but here we go. I get shorten down the clips, and maybe this review could be shorter because you could watch the actual episode with another 13 minutes, so I'll shut up. But anyway, Sue breaks into the place where they gotta go do all this stuff. But yeah, we have this Sue uses like a smoke bomb to detect the lasers, like every action movie or whatever. Do those lasers actually like, or is that just like a stereotype? I don't know if lasers actually like control something, but if it's not, that's pretty cool. But it's just, I can't wait to see this on TikTok tomorrow, or later today actually, since like 1:43. Cecile, not Cecile, damn it. Sue dances her way through the lasers, and she plays it off like, yeah, you should have seen the one that me and Ralph did in some place. I don't remember the name, but yeah, I don't know why I sound like that. I'm so sorry. Sue, after this, Sue kind of like Natalie Dreyfus. Yeah, I'm a simp, man. But anyway, Cecile bursts through the top. She like goes to the top now that everything's disabled, so like she can do her crap. But Barry goes throughout the asylum or whatever, and checks all the doors, and they hear a noise, and Cecile's like, "Hey, don't investigate that, Barry, don't." And when they go investigate it, I don't know if Cecile knew what was coming or whatever, but after this next thing, but it was the portal to an entrance, and Barry says he's encountered like this, which I'm thinking maybe the portal out of the Speed Force from season 2, like episode 22, episode 21, the Runaway Dinosaur. Wasn't that episode directed by Kevin Smith? I think it was. It was a really good episode though. But Frank Guslin's to direct an episode of The Flash. No, because he's the main. Well, Jensen Ackles directed episodes of Supernatural. Whatever. I'm getting on a ramble. Barry sees this woman in a straitjacket and comes up to her, and it's Cecile from when. Spoilers from when she was in this asylum. Basically. But here we have the present day. We're out of Cecile's head now, and it shows the guard finally patrolling around. Cecile pops her head out and makes eye contact with the guard, and now Cecile controls the guard. So the Cecile, obviously, because it's part of the plan, and it's gonna go Psycho Pirate's way. She mind controls the guard into unlocking the door for Cecile and Sue, but then Chester and Iris Walker, everybody through this at this moment, but Cecile goes to grab the mask after being instructed not to because it's very dangerous. And you see it has these ancient ruin. It has this not English language on the inside, but then Iris puts all the pieces together and realizes this is not Cecile. This is the mask, the thing that possesses the mask and eats the people's souls or whatever. And yeah, Cecile puts on the mask and it's fully revealed and controlled after Iris goes through the comms, and Sue is about to shoot the trank, at Psycho Pirate, let's call her. And yeah, Psycho Pirate 2.0, I like that. But Psycho Pirate controls Sue and makes her point the trank gun at herself, and shoot it, and she gets tranked. It's better than shooting yourself, but everybody through the comms also gets like their head hurt or whatever in Chester and Iris are good, but through the encounter with the unstable Cecile in Cecile's mind, Barry and Cecile go back to the White Room and are kind of knocked out. When they wake up, Barry kind of just asks Cecile not to lie to him and tell him actually what's going on, and Cecile kind of explains that during my first year in law, during her first year in law, I'm not in law, I'm on summer break. During her first year in law, her mother got diagnosed with cancer, and her mother said everything would be a-okay, she'd survive it and everything. But when Cecile was in court, shadowing somebody, she got the news that her mother died, and she felt so guilty that she couldn't handle it because her mother died alone. Nobody was by her bedside when she passed. So Cecile had not a psychotic break, but she couldn't handle it. I guess you could call it a psychotic break, but she couldn't handle it, so she got into one of these asylum clinics, like at the end of Joker, you know? And she was so ashamed that she was in one of these, so she never told anyone. Barry's like, thank you, that was so strong. I understand what it's like to feel guilty for your mother's death, because obviously I've been to that night 50,000 times. But, yeah, Barry, man, they actually wrote a great episode through this, and I loved this scene. I thought if we had to choose favorites, this is probably the best scene out of this episode, and it makes Cecile such a better character than she was in Season 1 or even Season 6. But after Cecile realizes what's going on, Barry's powers go back up, and they are in control of the world now. But anyway, Iris and Chester talk, and they realize what Cecile is trying to do, and they realize that the Psycho Pirate is trying to steal DeVoe's chair to amplify his thing. So that's exactly what Psycho Pirate does. He steals the chair, but before he can. No. Yeah. That's exactly. We aren't at that clip yet. I'm sorry. I went a little too fast. But, yeah. Psycho Pirate has the chair now. But, Barry and Cecile try to escape the asylum. It's either a clinic or asylum. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna call it asylum. We're 20 minutes in, so whatever. But Cecile is there, like the broken mind Cecile, and she like talks to Cecile and is like, your mother died all alone and stuff, and tries to guilt Cecile, and she shoots something at her, which it's like a rainbow energy, and since Barry's powers are working again, Barry runs in super fast to stop that rainbow energy from hitting Cecile, and Barry kind of sacrifices herself from Cecile, which of course he would, because Barry is the Flash, or the show's been forgetting that a lot, even with no fighting, but this is a step in that direction, man. Based off set photos, there will be a big fight between Godspeed, Reverse Flash, and Flash at the end. I don't know if it's just gonna be talking, but they had like a green screen. Ooh, voice crack. Sorry, a green screen stick and everything. Whatever. I'm getting distracted. Psycho Pirate attacks Iris. It's Psycho Pirate versus Iris. Psycho Pirate puts up a shield, and it's Psycho Pirate versus Iris. Iris has one of the guns, I guess, that the people like at Arcus use. It could be like one of the guns from Black Lightning, but no, that's like 10 months after when this episode would take place. But anyway, Iris does a cool move, which with Candace Patton's stunt double probably did it, but who knows, maybe she did. That's pretty awesome if she did it. But anyway, Iris puts her hands up because she got caught. But anyway, in Cecile's mind, we have this talk between Cecile and Cecile, basically. And Cecile is the broken mind. Cecile is trying to break Cecile again in her own mind, and she is saying, like, you're responsible for your mother's death. She died by herself. You knew she wouldn't pass, but anyway, you knew she wouldn't live, but so you just stuck around and did this. You're so guilty and everything. She's just trying to guilt Cecile, and through and Cecile here finally realizes that it wasn't her fault that her mother passed away. Her mother is living a peaceful life right now, probably, and Cecile should just shut the hell up. And through this, Cecile finally activates in her mind, and I hope we don't actually have powers like Cecile have powers here, but Cecile shoots the other Cecile with what Barry got hit with in, I don't know, sorry, the thing I was fidgeting with fell, but anyway, Cecile got hit with what Barry got hit with. But anyway, back in the real world, when Iris is fighting Psycho Pirate, Iris surrenders again, and Psycho Pirate is standing there while Chester jumps from the top with a katana from one of the samurai from DeVoe's Samurai, and Samuroids, I don't remember what they're called, but yeah, he stabs through the barrier and breaks DeVoe's chair, which this is what, the third time they've broken DeVoe's chair. Like, get some continuity, man. But the chair sparks and everything, and it emits a blast. Yeah, which opens up, no, Cecile defeating the other Cecile opens up the portal, but I think this probably also had some help, or like, no, it takes down the Masquerade. I don't know what the point of that was, but it was pretty awesome. But Barry and Cecile wake up, or Barry wakes up, and they escape the asylum, and they're just free after they go through the portal and everything. They wake up in the real world, and yeah, it's just, I don't know. I don't have anything to say. I'm sorry, but yeah, Barry wakes up. So does Cecile. They take the mask off to Cecile. I don't know if they're gonna give it back to the museum or anything. Maybe it'll just go in the archives. But yeah. Sue and Team Flash talk, presumably it's the next day or right after, whatever, but Sue is talking to them, and they all talk, and I'll stop repeating myself, but yeah, Sue is basically, throughout this conversation, Sue basically says that she's gonna stay a little bit, which we can see from the next promo. I don't think she's up all the way into the finale. Maybe she leaves in episode 15 or 16, but man, I'm not looking forward to next episode, man. Did you see that trailer? Maybe I'll do a trailer breakdown. I've never done one of those. That'd be pretty cool. But next week's trailer, we have, Ultraviolet back. Like, she's one of the worst parts of season, 6, man. But I'm just not looking forward to it. I'm sorry. But we only have 4 episodes for Godspeed, and when you really take it in, episode 16 is gonna have Diggle if you just rule it out. So it's ultimately just like 3 episodes for Godspeed. When they hyped it up in August with DC fandom. But whatever, I'm sorry for stop being all sorry. But Cecile thinks Barry, and Barry's like, I knew you had it in you. Don't thank me. It was really all you, which honestly it was. It's not just Barry being like, yeah, it was on you. It definitely wasn't me. It was really Cecile that saved the day here, and she deserves a gold medal, an award, and everything that can possibly get thrown at her. And not tomatoes though. She doesn't deserve rotten tomatoes, but Barry and I are still Chester that he did well today, no matter what he thinks, because Chester kind of doubts himself for not realizing that it was Cecile, because he hasn't been in the team long. I talked to him about this and everything, but before Chester finally feels welcome, and before Chester leaves, he's like, hey guys, I got something to tell you. Before you guys do that again, referring to when he caught them in the act, please, like, you're married, you have a home to do that in, not in my workspace. And you see Iris is very embarrassed, but she's also like, yeah, we did that. Barry's like, okay, but, anyway, they leave, and Chester just sits alone in Star Labs, and it's kind of like, Cisco in last episode, where he was alone in Star Labs, and Cisco just admires his new place of work. And I don't know, this episode also made me like Chester a lot more. I think it did. This episode did a lot of great. It was obviously a mental health episode, and for that, I really think it did great. And even in this conversation, Joe talks about, like, I know mental health is bad. Not mental health is bad. Mental health is important, man. Something's going on with you. Go see somebody. It doesn't hurt anybody, or it only helps yourself if you're doing it right. All people can have bad states of mental health, but yeah, this episode did a very good job with their mental health aspect. But getting back to the episode, Joe says that he found more on Kristen Kramer, and Kristen Kramer was with a group in the military or whatever, and kind of led him to a metahuman, leading them to their deaths. And that was the big cliffhanger. But I'm not excited for next episode. Maybe it'll be like this. I wasn't excited for this episode. I thought it would just be like one of those crappy episodes that they try to do. But no, this episode was pretty damn good, man. It was great. But anyway, that is my review for The Flash Season 7, Episode 13, entitled Masquerade, and I really enjoyed talking to you. I hope you enjoyed my review. If you got here, comment, like, the Once and Future thing, Part 2, because that's what I was watching, on mute. But, I can't sit here and just talk without watching them, I'm sorry. But anyway, I'm rambling, and I'll let you find another video. Goodbye, stay safe, and